It's your boy James Ellsworth, the man to beat AJ Styles not once, not twice, but three times the real winner of the first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And you are listening to Not for the Weak. Duh.
Sexy sounds and top music.
With Bro Loach.
Live in the building.
Yo, DJ!
That's how we do it. You're in the mix.
You're in the mix with Not for the Weak Pod.
Welcome to commercial-free radio.
It's not radio, dumbass.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise.
On the track.
The show will begin now.
And at some point it might became boring to him. I don't know. I don't mock Vince McMahon too much because he's the one who gave me the opportunity, and he's the greatest wrestling promoter of all time. But yeah, maybe he got bored, man. What
I personally believe, James, was that not only did he get bored, like when you have real life action figures, and like I said, the shit on the wall, like there's I don't know if it's me as a fan that I look out because I'm watching all you guys' interview and I'm listening to it. Like Vince wants to haze you guys almost in a sense to see how far can he push you guys. What can you do where I can humiliate you and make money from me? How can you take this and make it? How can you take shit and making it into a tuna fish sandwich? You know what I mean? And I feel like with some guys, he really wants to break them, and like with other guys, you know what I mean? He's happy that they don't break and stuff like that. But yeah, there was a time where it was like Vince was like, I just figured like he knew the outcome that was about to happen, and he was just trying to tarnish the fuck out of WWE before he left. Like a big fuck you and I'm out. Like, so because there's no excuse why you're not an NXT coach teaching the psychology of the facial expressions to care and do that. That matters, bro.
I don't think they look at me like that or understand. Like I had a great trainer and coach. And he didn't get looked at. Like my trainer was Axel Rotten, who was in ECW, and he had a great mind for the business, but he very underrated mind, never got looked at like that because he did the death matches and the hardcore and stuff, but he had a great mind. So he didn't get looked at like me. They just look at me like, oh, this kid was, entertaining, and we kind of used him for a while. Like I could definitely be a coach or a producer. I could, if they if they said here's 2 weeks, let's see what you got. Let's see if you can actually do this. I think I would blow their minds. I really do. Like I just, this is all I've been doing since I was 17 years old, this wrestling stuff. And I've done it as a wrestler, as a manager a wrestler on TV, a manager on TV. I've done it as a promoter for over 15 years now. Like I still love to learn about it and get as much knowledge as I possibly can, which is the best trait to have, because if you think you know it all, then you're not going to learn anything else. But I love to learn new things. When I learn something new that I know I could use, I get excited. I'm still very passionate about it. Yeah. But they're not looking at me like that.
But you got to look at it like this, James. Come on, let's be real, bro. If they weren't looking at you somewhat as a as that type of status of a wrestler, maybe not looks or maybe not, I want to put him in the main event or some shit, but dude, you went against John fucking Cena, CM Punk, you went against fucking Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles. You beat AJ Styles 3 times out of 4 times, bro. That to me, especially with no NXT or no, none of their boot camps or anything, that's some type of trust, because you're not just fighting, you're not on the road with it. You're not doing these like live shows. They trusted you enough to put you in those predicaments with those people to enhance those talents. So at some point they had to think like, yo, this is good.
They knew I was good enough to do those. And I did every house show. When I was there 2016, 17, and 18, I did every house show, which was so fun. They don't do that now, man. We had house shows 3-4 days a week, every week. They don't do
Yeah.
that now. They don't do that now. They have house shows maybe once a month. They'll have a couple of days of house shows. But that's how you get better and learn is doing the house shows. I loved going to work and doing the house shows. But yeah, like to your point, yeah, they did have to trust me to get in the ring with those guys and not, super kick AJ in the teeth and knock his teeth out. Like, they trust me enough to, for those positions. But I don't know. Like, I feel like they don't look at me as like, here's a guy we should bring back and make him a producer. Which, to me, my goal for the next 20 years in wrestling is like do what I did with Carmella. I was Carmella's manager essentially, and I feel like I did very well at that. She before I was with her, she was like wrestling Nikki Bella and losing all the time and like not get looked at seriously. And I helped her, and I
Yeah.
didn't do it all myself because she's very talented. But I helped her get to that next level where she was winning the Money in the Bank, then ultimately became the champion. And I'm like, and because I cared enough. Like it wasn't about me. It's okay. I'm in this position to help her. I need to dress like her. I need to talk about how great she is. It's not about me right now. It's about her. And then in the middle here and there, like I would get spots with John Cena, and I get to do WrestleMania, and I get to do the spot at the Money in the Bank that'll never be forgotten. And like so I had my moments with when I was with her, but it was about her. Like, and that's what a good manager does is they enhance
Hmm.
the person they're
Exactly.
with. And like if you look at Jimmy Hart, he gets those jackets made with the people he's managing's logo or face or what, like because he's enhancing them.
Yeah.
And that's what a great like I see managers on TV now. They're not really getting ahead because they're trying to get themselves over and not
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not how you do it. So for me, that's
You,
where I
you,
see my character going is doing that. And I
you
love
worked the
it.
heel weasel. I mean, you had everything, the gimmick, the look, like you had the catchphrase, the duh, like you just had that heat to
Mhm.
bring to the table. And then it's like you looking at this beautiful fucking bad woman, and then it's like this dude, why is he with her? Yo, bro, it's all psychology. Like
Yeah.
I'm as a fan, I'm looking at it, I respect it. But before you became the first woman's Money in the Bank winner, the intergender champion, before you was in WrestleMania, Royal Rumbles, before you even touched the WWE scene, before you was James Ellsworth, you was Jimmy fucking Dream. Jimmy Dreams, bro, like the motherfucking pretty handsome athlete. Tell me why you didn't bring that character and develop him in WWE.
Well, James Ellsworth was pretty Jimmy Dream without the he's acting pretty mystique, but like I still acted the same. Like other than I had long hair back in those days. I wasn't playing with my hair. I wasn't wearing mascara or fishnets, but I was still acting the same. I was still acting like I'm way cooler than I am. That's all pretty Jimmy Dream was. Like obviously I'm not a pretty guy, and that's the heat. Like why is this guy calling himself pretty? Has he looked in the mirror? Like but I still like when I'm James Ellsworth, I'm with Carmella and I'm hanging out with this hot chick, and I'm like, yeah, you see what I'm doing? This is my girl. She loves me, and they're like, nah, man, she's just using you. I'm like, whatever. She loves me. Like that's still what I was doing on the indies. Like act like delusional. Like just there's illusion with these characters. Like he really thinks he's something. And then it's funny, man. Like I know I'm just playing a character. So some people like they'll, well, oh man, he's really full of himself. No, it's just a character I'm playing. Like I know what it is, and but it's you'll be surprised on how many people really like not fans is fine. I want fans to think I'm that way, but like people in the business and around the business like really think
Yeah.
you're like that. It's so funny, man. Like it's so crazy, but yeah, no. Jimmy Dream was essentially the same as James Ellsworth, other than a little bit more colorful with the hair and the mascara and the fishnets and all the stuff I used to wear. So.
Yeah. All right. So you saying like in the back, like guys is looking at you because I know what you're talking about, bro. Like in every lane and every bit of success, you're gonna have that one guy that just doesn't like you, and he doesn't even like you. He doesn't even know why he doesn't like you.
Right,
Like
right.
he's just gonna walk by you. I'm from the Bronx, so I've looked at dudes, for fucking years that I have problems with, and I just don't know why we have problems. We just
Right.
don't know why we have
Yeah,
problems. You
yeah,
know
I
what I mean?
feel you on that, bro. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm sure in this, because people forget that wrestlers are bodybuilders. This all started off of bodybuilding. Bodybuilders are the most insecure, fucking diva entitled bitch ass motherfuckers.
Mm.
So I'm sure when they see they're 6'5", they're handsome, got the sex appeal, got all of this, they're training hard, all of this, and then they just see you skipping the line. I'm sure there's been some roid rage. Somebody had a roid rage with you. Somebody wanted to be stiff with you in the ring. Could you give me one hater, bro? Just, I know you politically correct. This is not for the weak. Just give me one hater, bro.
So, I'm figuring out how to answer this. I'm gonna like, so any job you work at, right? You're gonna have your people that you like and you get along with, that you're gonna be friends with the rest of your life, and then you got some people who you don't like, that don't like you for no reason. Like, I got along with essentially everybody. I remember at first, and this guy and I are cool now. First, like, Baron Corbin didn't get me. He was like,
Oh,
"What?"
I love him.
Like, yeah, I get along with him great. And this,
Yeah,
so
I
he's,
love
you
him.
gotta think, he's really new kind of to the business at this time.
Yeah.
And like, he would tell people, he'd only been in a couple years at that point, and he just didn't understand why I didn't go through NXT, and I came up there. But then after a while, man, we became cool, and he got it, he understood it. Like, and it was just from guys telling him, like, nah, man, like, this is, and I always used to tell him, like, dude, you're gonna be here longer than me, like, you went through their system. But no, I'm not calling him a hater. He's like, I'm just saying that was one incident where at first he I don't think he liked me, and we
Yeah.
wound up becoming real cool. And he started, dude, I loved watching his progress on TV. Like when he was doing like the Happy Corbin stuff and the King Corbin. If you
Oh,
remember,
yes.
like
I love the
he,
bum ass Corbin.
yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
everybody's favorite. Like he understood the business, and he didn't at first. So it was so cool seeing that progression. But yeah, that was like one at first he didn't get it, like and but again we became cool after that.